Everyone, this video is for lesson 4, part 1. This was a request from another teacher that teaches this course. This is for EF2 students in the Science and Technology program. So this is the actual image, and you can see we have information from the top view, our front view, and our side view. I typically like to start my sketches on the view or the plane that gives me the most information about the part, and that looks like it's going to be our top view. So that's where I'm going to start. All right, so I'm going to create a sketch on my top plane. And what I'm going to do first is first view normal. I am going to put in some reference lines and some circles because I need to put in the dimensions. So let me start with some reference lines. And then I will put in dimensions. I know my reference lines look a little janky, but let's go ahead and fix that. All right, so I have those dimensions in. I'm going to sketch out some circles, and I have interior circles and exterior circles, and the interior circles will all have the same dimension. The exterior circles will all have the same dimension. And so I will go ahead and make those equal. And let me dimension those. All right, so one more dimension here. These should be 2 inches away from each other. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some 3-point curves or 3-point arcs. Actually, I'm going to put in one, and then I'm going to just mirror that because why not? I have a corner rectangle. Let me dimension that to 0.63. And I'm going to make that symmetric. And then I need to put in another arc here. And then I will dimension and then make sure my arcs are tangent to whatever they touch. And I'm going to mirror that one. And I will put in the dimensions for those. And you will see that everything will start to turn black. And after that, we will extrude. This line right here is blue. I'm not going to be concerned about that. And this says that we are going to extrude to 0.3940. I'm actually going to zoom in because I want to make sure that that material right there is extruded. That's extruded, and those are extruded as well. If we look at our isometric view, we can see that extrusion. And from here, I'm going to create a sketch on my front plane. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to convert everything that I can. And then I'm going to create two circles. And then I will dimension those. I do know that this circle should be tangent to that line. So let me do that and then I will dimension. So our outer circle and our inner circle, and let's see, that center point should be 4.325 from the center point of our rightmost circle. So I'm going to put that at isometric view. And I know that it should probably be coincident with that line right there, but let's just go ahead and put in a dimension. And we will double check. And it looks to be so. You can see that those points are vertical to each other. And the last thing that I need to do is put in a 3-point arc, and then I'm going to make a tangent to the part that we already have, and I'm also going to make a tangent to my outer circle. After I do that, I'm going to extrude, and it's going to be a symmetric extrusion. So let me make that coincident, and I'm also going to make that tangent. But before I extrude, I need to make sure that I put in the radius for this arc. And it's going to be 2 inches, I believe. It's not 2 inches. It does say 2 inches, but that doesn't look right. Hmm, I don't like the way that looks. Mm, okay. And let's put this in isometric view. And I want to make sure that this is symmetric, and we are going to extrude it so that it meets up with that part right there. So that extrusion is 0.63. And we're just going to verify that that's correct, and it looks to be so. All right, so that looks okay. We are going to assign the material. For that, of course, we're going to use aluminum 1060. And we use aluminum 1060 just to make sure that everyone has the same mass. And for this, we should be at 0.201 kilograms. If there are any questions about anything, please let me know or leave the question in the comments.